Why, hello, and welcome back to another LOTRO tale. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this is a LOTRO tale, like I just said, my friends. And this is the throne of the Witch King, which I am completely disrespecting and sitting on because we just beat up Mordorith, his steward, which is a big part of Lord of the Rings Online story. And so that's what we just did. And this is Mordorith's seat, which I will just kind of stand on because why not? All right, so anyway, this is basically their giant, cool, freaking awesome throne room. So technically this is where the Witch King ruled from in Carn Dûm, right? So this is Lord of the Rings Online's take of that. We finished a really big battle with Mordorith with Golodir here, one of the main rangers of the Dunedain, and the Palantir was just stolen by Sarah Oakenheart, which is a character in the story who I think she's like a witch, really evil one of types. But yeah, so let's continue on here. What an unsettling end to our battle. I fear that there is much more to that old woman than what we see on the surface. However, we cannot deal with that matter now. We should leave here before we are overrun with Angmarim or their servants. We should tarry here no longer. Are you prepared to leave? I will show you the secret ways out of Carn Dûm and back to Forthner. There isn't any like chest in here, right? So basically we fought him here, but there's actually an instance or something to beat him or a raid. I'm forgetting which one.
The gift of Dunakar, Avenger of the West, renewed Golodir's spirit, and with the sword he avenged the death of his daughter. But though Mordorith was weakened, he was not destroyed, retreating to nurse his hurts and plot revenge. How will this help us in our struggles? Will Sauron maintain control, or will another power claim Angmar?
Cool, we got an actually voiced over story there with the Gandalf actor. So that was also in the previous episode. If you weren't here, he like stabbed and like in the animation, he actually like did that animation during the fight. It was pretty cool. Definitely very cool to see. Golodir, we're back.
I fear we have not seen the last of the False King.
I have a slightly different voice for him because I like my older sounding voice. Mordorith has been weakened, though not destroyed. The way through is open for others to finally throw down the False King. I wish that it had been I who had driven the foul creature back into the shadow, but it is enough to have done what I have. I ask that if you do return to Carn Dûm, finish the work that we started. Strike down Mordorith. Although a creature such as he cannot be entirely destroyed, for he can simply recloak. Such a loss for him will be a great victory for the free peoples of Eriador. Still, there is more I would ask of you. Cool, we got some choices here. I'm really excited because we're getting close to the end of this chapter, and since this one doesn't really continue, later on I'll try to do this battle, by the way, on the LOTRO battle playlist. Keep that in mind. So you can kind of see the ending of that part of the story with us beating Mordorith, or at least making him go back in the shadow whatever realm, because he's like a wraith. And he's like the right-hand guy of the Witch King in Carn Dûm. Is basically what LOTRO is trying to say. He's the big bad under the Witch King. Witch King's kind of the big bad under Sauron. Sauron's kind of the big bad under, Mordor, right? Not Mordorith. Sorry, that is him. Everybody, all the big bad people, right? Melkor is who I'm talking about. So, we got Melkor, Sauron, Witch King, Mordorith. Those are like right-hand mans of each other all the way down. All right, so let's go ahead and choose what we get here for our armor. We can have some armor or a weapon. I may just, these are all going to be really bad for me because we're technically past this area. But do any of them look cool? I'll take the Foe of Mordorith sword. Why not?
Might I take a moment of your time?
This victory is an important one, though not as complete as I had first hoped. However, even this victory will give us a brief respite from the onslaught of the enemy. I would ask that the news of our success be brought to my chieftain Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You have met him, then? He isn't Rivendell. Go, then, to speak with my lord Aragorn in one of the great guests' rooms along the road of the winds up the southern slopes of the Vale of Imladris, and tell him of our deeds. Yes, sir. And again, sometimes there'll be a certain word that I kind of just skim over. I don't quite get it right, just because I want to keep the flowingness of me doing the voiceover and the storytelling. It's kind of hard sometimes, again, when I'm not reading them ahead, right? I do my best. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're not done, of course. I'm really excited because now we get a whole another adventure. We're about finished with what we did here. I'm going to go ahead and just take a travel to Bree, and then we'll go to Rivendell. It's kind of, you know what Lord of the Rings is fun? Lord of the Rings Online is fun. Because the world is so big in these adventures and stories, it always makes you feel like you get to go on another adventure, right? Whenever you've, like, finished a certain story plot, you're like, oh, you know, what am I going to do now? I could go anywhere in this massive freaking world, right? Like, where do I want to go next, right? It doesn't feel confining as a game. It feels like you just have this huge world to go in, just like in real life, right? Like, I think they do that really well.
Greetings.
Right? I mean, obviously, real life is always going to feel a little bigger, probably. But even for I'm saying in the video game world, it doesn't feel confined. It feels like, okay, well, now I'm done with this. What do I do next? Where do I go next? And Lord of the Rings Online does a good job of, like, there's occasional spots you want to be when you're at a certain level, but sometimes you get to a spot and you'll be like, well, there's actually 3 regions you could go to the level for this area of your, from level 70 to 80, That's kind of nice. There are a couple spots, they kind of get you from a little bit you have to kind of go through with the main chapter, like with Moria and a few spots, but most of the time it's really open, and that's really nice and awesome too. I love Moria. I know some people don't like questing in Moria as much, but I just think Moria is really cool. But there's actually some tricks to kind of getting through Moria quickly. You don't want to get too sidetracked with some area of quests in Moria, because some just feel tedious, and there's ways to get through there quickly and then kind of just do quests outside in other areas, like Eregion and a couple of the other places. Maybe I'll try to make a guide video on that sometime. But I mean, if you watch this series, The LOTRO Tale, you go back to when I was doing Moria with this series, man, I get through it pretty quick because we kind of stuck to the main chapters and I just did a couple quests. But, yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that shot right there. Wow. That's pretty. Again, look at how big this game looks. It's just so cool. You just feel so tiny in this game. And that's a good thing. You just feel like you're just another elf, dwarf, human, or man in the world of Middle-earth. Maybe an orc if you're playing player versus monster player, but a little more confined. Even though it's a giant, massive valley, you're only really can play in the one valley, and then I think you might be able to play in the one area in Gondor. And not important right now. All right. My Lord Aragorn.
You have earned great praise.
So, Galadriel did not perish, and the shadow of Angmar, the shadow of Angmar is, for at least, moment at least, weakened. I am of a mind that even if Mordorith does finally fall, he may someday return, or another shadow of the enemy will take his place. Still, your efforts were valiant and deserving of praise, Voice of the Rings and Zollin Ironshield. Your name will not be forgotten by the Dunedain of the North. Is this ring better than mine? Maybe? Try to think if it doesn't look better than mine. So what if I just take... Oh, cool knife. Ooh, it's a cool looking knife. Not a bad looking mace. I'll just take the knife.
Greetings.
Gandalf the... My throat's a little destroyed from doing Mordorith's voice. Gandalf the Grey, currently in Bilbo's room on the first floor of the last homely house here in Rivendell, should be informed of the actions of this Sarah Oakhart. I said Oaken, didn't I? I meant Oakhart. I don't know if I said in the previous episode of this one, but Sarah Oakhart. You say you have encountered her several times before. Most curious. The theft of a palantir is no small matter, Zollin. Few have knowledge of them. Fewer still can use them with purpose and accuracy. If this Oakenheart is one of those few, her designs on such a powerful item bode very ill. Go now and speak with Gandalf. Alright, I will speak with Gandalf. Beautiful music, isn't it? Look at that. Rivendell. Just whenever I get out, whenever I go by it, I just have to stop and look at it for a minute. It's just so cool. Absolutely love the art style of this game. It's so cool. And I have been very happy to see all the texture updates and visual updates they've done too. It's made things really awesome. Cool. Cool. No, 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 no. Riding up to talk to Gandalf. The last homely house. East of the sea. Gosh, and you can really see the update in here, the visual updates they did in here. I don't know if a lot of you remember how the old house, before they kind of redid it, looked. They did a really good job. Is that... This is Elrond's hall. He was in Bilbo's room, right? Okay, so this is the meeting hall. This is where they had the whole discussion of the ring inside. Of course, in the movie, they did like an outside circle. Wait, wait, wait. No, don't lock me out. They've locked me out. No. Just kidding. Or they should say they locked me in. Like forever shall we have him caught in here. All right, Bilbo's room, December 24th. Tomorrow's Christmas done. Just kidding. So again, this point of this, when it says that with a date when you come in this room, that changes depending on when you come in this room, depending on what quest you're on, because it's different times of the story. That's why they do that. It's kind of cool. It's Frodo and Gandalf.
Why do you disturb me?
Why do you disturb me? Aragorn has sent you. No, what's this you say? The Palantir was stolen? How could this happen?
Why do you disturb me?
Zollin, Ironshield, and Voice of the Rings, I need to speak with you. I have heard of your adventures at Khon Doom, and I am concerned. Besides your strange encounters with her during your travels, I have never heard of this Sarah Oakheart, and I am troubled by her. There are few now in this age who have even heard of the Palantir, much less be concerned enough with them to steal them. More so, they have now become dangerous. For Sauron possesses the Ithel Stone, which he certainly bent to his will. Return to Galadir at Garth Fordrinth and help him search for Sarah Oakheart and the Palantir. I fear that only evil will come of these events. Oh, alright, well, we're being sent back until our task is done. Oh wait, that's Gandalf's line. He's like, Zollin, do not steal my lines. Sorry, Gandalf. And also, guys, like and subscribe to Zollin's channel, don't forget. Gandalf's such a great guy. Always remembers. Alright, let's go back over. So I guess when I said we're going on a new adventure, we are going on a new adventure, but we are going to go find this Sarah Oakheart, which is good because I was a little confused on why the story would end right there. I definitely should have put a map down at that place. I'm just double checking I don't have a map down there already. I don't. Mine are both to Mirkwood. That's right. Pretty easy to get there back real quick, which is good. Traveling around Middle-earth. Of course, sometimes I do my fast little teleport snap travels.
How can I be of service?
But you guys don't always need that. I have all these fast travels in game, so it only adds a few seconds here and there. Anyway. Baruch Kazad. Ah, see, teleport. Perfect. I didn't have to click the pause button. Ooh, I got some LOTRO points. 20 LOTRO points for finishing a light from the shadow. Also, I have the Ridge Racer title because I got that one specialty done. Sweet. Ooh, I want to do a light from the shadow. Yeah, a light from the shadow. Shit, that's such a great title. Wait, why do I have to spend another mithril coin? I thought did I not learn it last time I went there? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that 2 episodes ago. Just waste another mithril coin? That's okay, I have lots of mithril coins. How many mithril coins do I have right now? Oh, 2,556. I forgot. You get a good chunk of mithril coins with those supporter packs. And I don't really use them that often, except for fast travels. So, considering they make the fast travels, you haven't been there, 1 mithril coin, I feel like that's extremely reasonable to save your time. I think that's neat too, because you can actually use those, I believe, to get around, even if you're not paying for VIP. Because normally you can't use Swift Travels as much with VIP. So, that's kind of cool.
What can I do for you?
Well, I do have it. Maybe just that distance makes you have to pay for it because I don't have the respect with them yet, probably, is my guess. Sometimes you have to respect with certain people to do that. Alright, so we got to go back in here and talk with him real quick. Kazan, I menu! Forthner. I never thought the day would come. The false king has fallen. Heck yeah, it has. We gave him a good whooping. I'm gonna have to go through my inventory. By the way, what's this salt I got? It's a phial of swirling waters. Oh, it's water. It looks like a phial of salt. Which is funny, because, you know. Be like, let me just sprinkle a little salt on my enemies. And they're like, oh, I'm salty now.
What can I do for you?
Gandalf has sent help for me to search for Sarah Oakhart and missing Palantir. Well, the search will be short, for one of my scouts has found her already, outside Barad Gularan, the place where the Witch King studied his terrible arts. She has made no effort to conceal her whereabouts, but I can think of no reason this would be so. I can think of no reason this would be so. You will find Barad Gularan in the center of Narn Guth, an evil valley haunted by wights and other dead creatures. Barad Gularan is located in the center of the series of bridges that surround it like the spokes of a wagon wheel. Sarah Oakenheart was seen by the tower located at the most southeasterly part of these bridges. Go and bring back the Palantir. Oh yes, I would be happy to grab a Palantir. Yes, did you guys know that Zollin Ironshield actually found a Palantir in his time? Well, now you're going to find out. Whee! Splash. Alright, so we have to find her at the Circly Woos. That sounds like something that Sokka would say from After Last Airbender. She's at the Circly Woos. Oh, she's over there. Alright, well, we have a large adventure ahead of us in the next episode, my friends. We're going to keep it there because it's going to take us some time just to get there, and it'll be an entire thing next episode. So anyway, my friends, I'm going to leave you in the scary dark rainingness of the Kingdom of Angmar and these scary-looking mountains in the background. Woo! Lightning. This is scary. Alright, anyway, my friends, you have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Even if you're in a hailing rain like this, have a great day. Thanks to my Patreons for their support. Thank you for watching. Subscribe button's there if I earned it. Leave a comment, like. That all helps so much. I appreciate it greatly. Even sharing the videos means a lot. Next episode will be up there in the thundery clouds. And over there will be another series or playlist you can check out as well. And again, it really helps the algorithm to launch the next episode too. Right after this one, which is up there. Haha! Alright guys, have a great day, enjoy, and I'll see you in the next ones, my friends. Stay happy.